Welcome to another episode of No Cap Reacts. Let's go ahead and start the intro.
Balenciaga's on my feet, stay in. Boyfriend, I got these pointers, neck and wrist, stay in. Boyfriend, I'm always fresher than the rest, stay in. Boyfriend, since '96 I'm in this game, stay in. Boyfriend, Balenciaga's on my feet, stay in. Boyfriend, I got these pointers, neck and wrist, stay in. Boyfriend, I'm always fresher than the rest, stay in. Boyfriend, since '96 I'm in.
Welcome to another episode of No Cap Reacts. I'm your man Bailey, aka Mr. Go Get 'em. We're back with another episode. All right, okay. Put the mic out there today. So this was gonna be it's definitely a lot different than what I usually do because tonight it's not a reaction. This one is specifically for my men. In a situation like this, what I really want to talk about is at what point in time does a man become a man? When I say a man, I mean it in every way possible. We got a lot of videos out here, to tell you how to date, tell you how to get women, tell you how to get in shape, right? But we got a lot of men who are fatherless. So you never had a man in your house to truly teach you how to be a man. We live in a world where everyone wants to tell men to be emotional, but there's no win in an emotional man. And I know a lot of people gonna have something to say about that until you put emotional men in perspective. Emotional men, well, in most cases, can't control their emotions. So, those are your school shooters. Those are your standoffs. Those are the things that in life, these men are literally ruining things. They're causing havoc. They're out here ruining the world we live in today. So, what do we do to change that? Well, I think the first thing we should be doing is have conversations like this. Are you able to lead your home? Are you able to truly be the leadership in a relationship? Can you truly raise children the best way possible? A lot of men will say yes. But a lot of men don't do it. And that within itself is the issue. So, what do we do to change that? How do we get to the next level? How do we make it better? That's the $1,000,000 question. Hopefully, tonight, I can give a little bit of insight on the best ways of making that happen. I'm not saying that I am perfect, not saying that I've done it, not saying any of that. These are all, generally speaking, my opinions. In the world that we live in today, as men, we're being told on a regular basis what it takes to be a man. If you don't do this, you're not a man. If you don't do that, you're not a man. Stand on your head, wiggle your toes, jump over that house in one leap and bound. Yep, that's a man. Oh, you didn't pay my bill. You're not a man. You don't have a 12-inch dick. You're not a man. You jumped in my inbox. You're not a man. These are the things that we hear on a regular basis as men, and so much more. Social media has given a voice to the voiceless. It's given an outlet, a picture, a pose, a lie, some truth. But at the end of the day, it has exposed and opened up the world for other people to be a part of it. It's not the easiest thing in the world. Being a part of the world that we currently live in today is literally the hardest thing to do. Being a man, period, in the world that we live in is hard enough. It makes it even harder when you just want to do the most simple things in life and we don't truly get to do that without actually literally working for every aspect of it. We have to work to make money. We have to work to get a woman. We got to work to be in a relationship. We got to work for the marriage. We got to work to be a father. We have to work to be everything, every aspect. You want to be a top athlete, you got to work. You want to be a good man, you got to work. You want to have the best of things in life, you have to work. Being a man is the epitome of self made. And I say that because in life, in anything that we choose to do, there is no standing ovation. If anything, it's more, goes a little like this. Okay? We look at life, have to do a plan in order to go. In order to get to infinity, we first have to build ourselves up to become the astronaut before we can even get to space. So, what we do is a lot harder than what other people technically would have to do. We inevitably end up working 10 times harder to do the most simplest thing. See, the world is constantly against us. The world is constantly fighting us. The world is quick to tell us what we're not, who we need to be, who we should be, what we should be, and when we should be. That is something that not everyone else gets the benefit of. If, best way to say this, If I'm a woman, let's say 10, 11, 12 years old, I get the benefit of having men throw themselves at me, literally. As a man, at no point in time do we have women throwing themselves at us. Let alone, we definitely don't have men throwing themselves at us. So, in order for us to be the best versions of ourselves, we literally have to earn it. We have to work. We have to go out and conquer one way or another. That is like the inherent difference between men and women. If I look at a beautiful lady, the first thing that we usually say is we want to give you the world. It's just because you're beautiful. You didn't earn anything. I don't even know who you are, but I want to. Women aren't coming up to men doing that. That's where we have to earn our worth in everything. Unfortunately, today, men aren't doing manly things. We used to work on cars, like in your driveway. Forget Seaberg Muffler, forget Midas, fuck Pit Boys, O'Reilly, AutoZone, Checkers, bread and butter. We go, we pick up the parts, we go home, we pull out the tools, we get to working. As a man, you would usually do that, hot ride your car out, do whatever. All right, you end up married, get a wife. 9 times out of 10, because you have different responsibilities, you change how, where, and when you do things like that. You then end up with kids. Okay? As you end up with these children, boom, you now have responsibility. Responsibility comes with a lot of work. You now have to do things differently. If you are a father with a son, you have to teach him how to be a man. You literally go out of your way to instill things in him to make sure that he continues the legacy of your last name. Your last name. And you take immense pride in your last name. Because you take so much pride in your last name, you refuse to allow him to fail. And making sure that he doesn't fail, he needs to know how to work on cars. He needs to know how to build a home. He needs to know how to be a man, take care of a woman, be a gentleman, work, be the hardest worker there is, because the world we live in, whether we like it or not, we are in constant competition with other men. We have to achieve more. We are always in a survival of the fittest situation. Okay? We understand that if we are to get into a fight, gotta be better than him. If I want to get the promotion, I gotta be better than him. If I want to get more money, I gotta work harder than him. There are things in life that at the end of the day, we don't have a choice in. We just have to do it. And because we have to do it, and we go through life like this every single day, Honestly, this is why men are so easy to deal with. Men are easy to deal with because our lives are hard. Let's go to a scenario growing up in the hood. If you grow up in the hood as a man, your likelihood of getting killed is tenfold that of, let's say, my sister. See, 9 times out of 10, the Bloods and Crips not coming for my sister. They're coming for me. Join or die. Join or fight every day. Join or we're going to make your life hell. We're going to jump on you. We're going to trace you home. Blah, blah, blah. Okay? As a woman, well, they just want to fuck you. Let's just be real. They want to have sex with you. They don't need you going out catching bodies. They don't want you to be part of the gang. Worst case scenario is they may put you in a situation for you to go set up an op. And 9 times out of 10, if he loves you, he's not going to do that. So as a man, as we grow and we go through this, for my men that watch this, you guys are going to understand because you've been here before. In order for you to truly be a man, you have to earn your manhood, like all the way around the board. In order for you to be the best version of yourself, you have to find yourself, figure out yourself. See, we don't get to run around and say, this is my passion in life, so this is the job that I work. We don't get that benefit. We are the provider. It is naturally in us to want to provide for our family. So in order for us to provide for our family, we have to make money. Not only that, if you don't make money, 10 times out of 10, a woman's not paying attention to you. She doesn't see you. You could be the most beautiful man in the world. She'll take a look. But when she sees your shoes are beat up, your clothes ain't shit, and you're walking, she looks away. There is a total difference of the existence that we live in life that other people, the other species, doesn't understand. So you, as a man, have to ask yourself, what steps are you taking to become the best version of yourself? What are we doing? Where are we at? Most of all, how do we get there? Men, when was the last time you picked up a book? Or get your phone, get your Kindle, get your tablet. When was the last time you did an audio book? When was the last time you did something to better yourself? Because that's what it's going to take. We need to get back to learning skills. We need to get back to hard work. We need to get back to truly providing. It's not about being an athlete or a rapper or an entrepreneur. That's not easy. That's not for everyone. 8 out of 10 people fail at that. 8 out of 10 people, male, female, whatever it is, 8 out of 10 people fail. Truly, 9.5 out of 10. There's a reason they call them 1%. How do we get to the next level? In order to win, the first thing that I want to tell you is be a man of your word. The things that you say, stand on. Speak on them, stand on them. Make sure no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That is who you are. Be the best version of who you are. 2, your word is all you got, so make sure you keep it. When you say something, do it. Do not make an obligation to do something that you really truly don't plan on doing. Educate yourself. Get up, educate yourself, learn something, take your own knowledge of the world we live in to the next level, and become part of something. It could be a skill, it could be something technology, anything. Learn. Learn everything. Learn history. Learn anatomy. Learn cooking. Learn as much as you possibly can. When you are in a room full of people, you can speak to anything and everything, and people will pay attention and you will stand out. Never make it about you. Life is not about you. What happens is there are so many people that are so caught up in life with all these different things, but everything they're caught up in is about them. Never make life about you. Never make the conversation about you. No one cares about you. When you are talking about you, the least you say, the more they want to know. The least you try to fit in, the more they want to know. Make people look you up. Make people sort you out. Make people ask questions about you. Be the face in the room, not the voice. When you can walk in a room, you demand attention, but you say nothing, you make a bigger, better first impression than going and being the loudest person in the room. Find your purpose. In life, God gave us purpose. We're here to procreate. Point blank, period. The point of life is to create life and to continue this cycle going. Outside of that, find you a purpose that makes you move, that motivates you day in and day out. Find something that allows you to go to your next level that doesn't involve anyone else. You should never in life have to depend on someone else to push you. If you have a goal of weight loss, do it by yourself. You don't need anybody. If you have a goal to make money, chase it. You don't need anybody. If you have a goal to want to buy or have or own things, go get it on your own. You will never fail you. If you're sitting around waiting for someone else to give you a handout, help you, you're going to fail. Walk that path as if you're going to do it by yourself. What you will then realize is there are people that are going to come along that can and will help you. But in order for that to happen, you must find your purpose and be willing to do it on your own. That way, when you do make it, guess what? You can't say, and no one else can say, that they put you in the position you're in. You worked for it. Blood, sweat, tears, hard work. No matter what it does, sometimes it may feel like it's going to break you, but trust me, it is not going to. You will not allow that. Once you find your purpose, live your purpose. When I say live your purpose, be someone that someone else wants to be. And you will know when that happens, because what's going to happen is there's going to be someone that comes along and they're going to be a mini version of who you are. They're going to start to pay attention to you. They're going to want to be where you're at. It could be at work, it could be someone you meet out. Who knows? But be that person that that person wants to be. Why? Because now what happens is you get to take that person literally, hold them over your shoulder like this, and you bring them with you. You mentor them. Because while you're teaching them what you're doing, it holds you accountable to do it yourself. See, what you don't realize is the hardest thing for us to do as human beings is to hold ourselves accountable. And 9 times out of 10, if you're talking it but not walking it, and then you have to teach and show someone else how to do it, you can no longer not do it. And that changes the dynamic of the entire game. Never become bigger than your purpose. I repeat, never become bigger than your purpose. You never want to be the person that achieves so much that you forget everybody else. As you go through this process, create good relationships. There's going to be people in your life that are going to come along, foster those relationships. Allow those people to come in, become a part of your life, join you, walk alongside you. Without you getting the big head. If you make $300,000 a year, continue to live like you still make 50. Don't throw it in people's faces. Don't show out and never talk down to other people. That is the truest version of being humble. Speaking of, while we at it, why don't y'all do me a favor? Subscribe to the channel. Stay. If you a hood nigga today, but you're a middle class man today, when you make it, be that same person. Don't change. Don't change who you are. If you change who you are, understand that people around you will also change, and not for the good, but for the worse. If you are the man that you truly want the world to believe you are, never say it. Show it. Let it see in your relationships, in your children, in your friends, in your family. Be the person that no one wants to lose. We are under major attack in the world we live in right now. As men, we just can't be men. We have to be Superman. And as Superman, do you get respect? Well, the reason for that is because we just stopped being men, period. And we could blame it on single mothers being raised by single mothers, and obviously there's no men in the home. But at the exact same time, even I had to sit back and go, well, you look up to LeBron James and Michael Jordan and all these other men. So if you could spend your time idolizing athletes and actors and other men in the world, why can't you walk as them and live as them? See, a woman and the world itself will respect you more if you give more, live more, act more, show more, and stop trying to portray yourself as more than what you are. For a lot of people, y'all don't care. You'll hear this. I understand. You're not gonna care. Cool. Even as I do this, I understand that me even saying this means you get the chance to hold me accountable as well. But I hold myself accountable as well already. If you don't see it, call it out. There is a war going on outside. There is a war on Facebook. There's a war on Instagram. There's definitely a war on TikTok. And Twitter. We have to learn to change the one thing we are in control of, and that is ourselves. Change who you are today, become the best version of yourself. Find your purpose. If you're out of shape, get in shape. Not Monday in the morning. Get up in the morning. Start immediately. Stop putting things off on other days, because when that day comes, you're going to do it again. But if you set yourself up to do it right now, no ifs, ands, or buts about it, you then have to hold yourself accountable. But when you hold yourself accountable and you end up doing it, it's literally just like so many of us fail to pull the trigger. That's why I don't believe in New Year's, New Year, New Me, New Year's resolutions. If you can say it today, you can do it today. Everything that you say, you can do if you're willing to work for it. So this video is literally for my men. And ask yourself, are you a man? Are you a man that a woman can look at and respect? Are you a man a woman can look at and love? Are you a man that the world will see, respect, love, and admire? Are you a man that a child wants to grow up to be like? Are you a man? Not many men can truly answer that question correctly by saying yes all the way across the board. This is something that is a work in progress. This is something that you have to practice and put in place every single day. This is something that you literally have to work at and do. You can't talk about it, you have to be about it. So, you guys are going to start seeing me more live, and I'm going to start doing some pre recorded. I got some things in the hopper. I got a couple interviews coming up. I'm gonna start off with some some things that will garner some attention. Good interviews, good people, good topics, good subjects, things that people want to know, things that people don't want to know. Dating is like the biggest thing going on right now. So we'll go there. If you want to be on the show, let me know. You do not have to be in Arizona. We can do it over a video chat. I need to get back to having fun on this channel. So, kind of got a new setup. Some things y'all can't see, but I literally have a screen in front of me wider than what my arms are. I got the 49-inch screen. I have everything in front of me. I can literally focus on just the camera or my screen, which is right in front. It makes it all easier. It makes it come together. I will continue to put more money into this until everything is absolutely perfect in the way that I want it to be, to give you guys the best content and the best quality of content that is out there. I am also in the gym on a very regular basis again. So this package is shrinking. I'm feeling better. I'm looking better. I'm taking care of myself. I'm definitely holding myself much more accountable as I have not been. And my mother has been my excuse, which it was definitely a loss. But at the end of the day, I am in control of what I do and don't eat, etc. So, definitely want to say thanks for tuning in to another episode of No Capp Reacts. Let me get a Don DeMarco. And one more time. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Oh yeah. And thanks for tuning in to another episode of No Capp Reacts. I'm your man, Bailey. I'm out.